Alam mo na ba ang mga variants ng COVID-19 virus? Well, alamin natin yan with me right now. What's up guys? Delsie Vicente here, your postgraduate medical intern. I think you've heard the news about COVID-19 variants. Pero bakit nga ba nagkakaroon ng mga variants na to? Well, nangyayari ang mga variants na to dahil natural sa isang virus na mag-mutate ng kanilang mga genes. Most of these mutations kill off the virus. However, there are mutations that creates a level up version of a virus. So, sa kaso natin, COVID-19 virus pa din siya, but meron na siyang mga bagong kakayahan kumpara doon sa original strain or original version ng pinanggalingan niya. And the CDC and WHO are constantly monitoring these variants, especially how they affect the COVID-19 disease severity, yung effectiveness ng vaccines natin, yung treatment modalities natin, as well as our diagnostic tests. Okay, so ano-ano ang mga variants na to? Bago natin sila isa-isahin, alamin muna natin kung ano ang mga classifications ng variants na to as created by the US government SARS-CoV-2 Interagency Group. So, we have variants of interests, we have variants of concern, and then variants of high consequence. So, kapag sinabing variant of interest, ito yung mga variant na may specific genetic markers associated sa mga pagbabago sa receptor binding. So, tinutukoy dito yung spike proteins, as well as reduced neutralizations by antibodies generated against previous infection or vaccination. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung mga antibodies na nagawa ng immune system either through dahil gumaling sila sa COVID-19 disease or dahil sila ay nabigyan ng bakuna, yung mga antibodies na yon ay reduce yung kakayahan na i-neutralize yung virus. Dahil nga sa concept na ang ating mga antibodies ay may lock and key model. Kung ano yung shape or target nila, yun lang talaga yung antibodies na yun para doon. And apart from that, meron din silang mga specific markers for reduced efficacy of treatment. So meaning, yung mga supportive treatment natin sa ospital ay reduce ang epekto sa paggamot sa mga samay sakit na variant na to. So, ito naman ay mga specific genetic markers pa lang ha. And then, potential diagnostic impact. Meaning, may mga potential ito na hindi ma-detect ng ating mga diagnostic tests like swab test, rapid antigen tests, or predicted increase in transmissibility or disease severity. So, pag sinabing variant of interest, meron silang mga sequences, gene sequences, or genetic markers na pwedeng mag-cause ng increase sa paglipat sa ibang tao or increase disease severity. So, mas lalong malala. So, yun, hindi pa naman talaga directly ganon. Meron lang silang mga specific genetic markers. Okay, so sino-sino ang mga variants under variants of interest? So, we have the Eta variant, we have the Iota variant, we have the Kappa variant, and then the Lambda variant. Okay, so hindi natin sila masyadong i-discuss dahil variants of interest pa lang sila, meaning specific genetic markers pa lang. Now, ano naman ang variants of concern? So kapag sinabing variants of concern, ito yung mga variants kung saan may evidence of an increase in transmissibility or more severe disease. Ibig sabihin, mas increase yung hospitalizations, mas maraming na hospital, or mas maraming nagkakasakit and unfortunately namamatay. So may mga ganon, increased hospitalizations or deaths, meron silang significant reduction in neutralization by antibodies generated during previous infection or vaccinations, meaning kahit nagkasakit ka na previously ng COVID-19 or nabakunahan ka, may yung mga antibodies na yon na nagawa sa katawan mo, pagdating sa ganitong variant, hindi ganun ka-effective. No? Bawas yung kanilang capability mag-neutralize. As well as reduce din yung effectivity ng treatments at pagdating sa mga diagnostic test, hindi na sila meron tayong diagnostic detection failures. So, ito yung mga variants of concern. Meron na talagang ebidensya na sila ay may mga capability gumawa ng mga ganitong bagay. Okay, so sino-sino ang mga variants of concern? Okay, so we have the Alpha variant, we also have the Beta variant, the Gamma variant, and of course, yung pinaka-famous sa buong mundo ngayon is the Delta variant. Okay. So, mas kilalanin natin sila dahil sila yung variants na of concern na siya nagpapataas ng mga kaso ng COVID-19 sa buong mundo. Actually, sa Pilipinas, as of August 20, 2021, we had 17,209 added cases of COVID-19. So, kaya yung ibang areas natin dito, naman tayo ulit, community quarantine ulit. Okay, so let's start with the Alpha variant. So, what is this variant? So, the Alpha variant, formerly called B11.7, was first seen in the United Kingdom in last September 2020. So, saan na siya ngayon? Well, the variant has spread to at least 114 countries according to the Global Virus Network. And the Alpha variant is now responsible for at least 95% of the COVID-19 cases in the United Kingdom. Okay, so what are the key mutations in the Alpha variant? Well, the Alpha variant has 23 mutations compared with the original Wuhan strain. So kung makikita natin, meron siyang 23 mutations, but of all the 23, 8 of those are in the virus spike protein. Now, according to the American Society for Microbiology, 3 of the spike protein mutations are thought to be responsible for the biggest impact on the virus virology. So, ibig sabihin, doon sa 8 mutations sa spike protein niya, meron doong 3 na talagang significant yung effect. So, ano yung 3 yon? So, we have the N501Y mutation. So, ito yung mutation sa kanyang spike protein. Now, bakit nga ulit importante ang mga mutations sa spike protein? Well, because ang virus kasi is non-living. In order for a virus na makapag-establish ng infection sa katawan, kailangan niyang makapasok sa isang living cell. Okay? Now, yung COVID-19 virus, ginagamit niya yung spike proteins para siya ay makapag-attach at makapaglipat ng kanyang mga viral genes or genomes doon sa cell, and then iti-take over na yung cell na yon. So, in order for us to stop infection, anong kailangan nating gawin? Siyempre, kailangan nating pigilan yung kanyang pag-attach sa cell. Kasi kung hindi siya makapag-attach, then walang makakos na infection. So, kaya important yung mga mutations sa spike protein kasi sila yung magde-determine kung makakapag-attach ba, yung effectively bang makakapag-attach yung virus or hindi. Okay, so according sa American Society of Microbiology, itong N501Y mutation is important because it seems to boost how tightly the spike protein attaches to the ACE2 receptor. So it's the main entry point into human cells. Now, itong ACE2 receptors kasi, ito yung mga receptors na present sa ating lung cells. And tandaan natin, ang ating COVID-19 virus is majority of its manifestations ay nasa baga. Okay? So, kapag hindi siya makapag-attach doon sa lung cell, edi hindi siya makakapag-establish ng infection. Hindi niya matitake over yung cell at hindi niya siya makakapag-establish ng infection. Now, itong N501Y mutation, ini-increase niya yung pag-attach. So, bali, mas mahigpit ngayon yung attachment ng virus doon sa cell. So, the more na mas mahigpit, the more na mas boosted, then, the higher the chance na siya ay makapag-attach at makapag-establish ng infection. And then, the next mutation is the 6970DEL mutation. So, ano naman to? Ito ay in concert. So, pag pinagsama mo ang N501Y mutation plus ito, it could explain the variant's increased transmissibility. So, as what some scientists says. Okay, so another mutation we have is the P68-1H mutation. So itong mutation na to also increase the virus transmissibility kasi it is involved in how the virus merge its membrane with that of a human cell. Kasi 'di ba, apart sa attachment, syempre kailangang makapag-merge ng virus doon sa cell para ma-take over na yung contents ng cell at siya ang mag-establish ng infection. So, important din na siya ay makapag-merge. So, dahil sa P68-1H mutation, mas makakapag-merge siya ng mas maayos at mas mabilis. Now, bakit naman concerning ang Alpha A variant? Well, this strain is about 50% more transmissible compared to the original virus strain. And according to the CDC, can also possibly cause severe cases of COVID-19 dahil nga sa mga mutations na na-acquire niya. Okay, so the next question there is, do vaccines work against the alpha variant? Well, the research up to date suggests that vaccines are effective at preventing symptomatic infections with the alpha variant of the coronavirus. Okay, so now let's go to the beta variant. What is the beta variant? Well, the beta variant is formerly called B1351. It was first detected in South Africa in May 2020 and was designated a variant of concern in December 2020. So where is the variant now? It has been detected in at least 48 countries and in 23 US states, according to the Global Virus Network. So, what are the key mutations in the beta variant? So, the beta variant has 8 distinct mutations that may affect how the virus binds to cells. So, Live Science previously reported that the most notable of them are N501Y, K4179, and E484K. So, ano-ano yung ginagawa ng mga mutations na to? Well, the N501K mutation, also seen in the alpha variant, is again responsible for binding more tightly into the ACE2 receptors. We also have the K417N mutation, which is responsible for a change in shape of the spike proteins. Now, this is very important because if a spike protein changes shape, then the antibodies primed for earlier strains are less likely to recognize the spike because antibodies are specific for that shape of the spike proteins. So, with that, medyo mahirapan yung antibodies na i-detect na ay ito pala yung strain, ito pala yung COVID-19 virus because of a change in shape. Okay, so the third notable mutation we have is the E48K mutation, where it also helps the virus evade the antibodies of the immune system. Okay, so why is the beta variant concerning? So katulad ng alpha variant, the beta variant is 50% more transmissible than the original strain of COVID-19 virus. Also, some monoclonal antibodies don't work as well against the strain according to the CDC. So, vaccines are also less effective against the variant. And the variant may lead to a slightly more severe disease and slightly higher risk of death than the original strain of COVID-19 virus. Do vaccines work? Well, most vaccines work with lower efficacy against beta variants than was seen for earlier strains. Okay, so now let's talk about the gamma variant, also known as P1. So what is this variant? Well, the earliest documented samples of the gamma variant, also known as P1, were collected in Brazil last November 2020. Scientists first found the variant in Japan in early January 2021 when 4 travelers tested positive for the virus after a trip to Brazil. So from there, researchers then found evidence that the variant has already been in widespread transmission around the South American country. The gamma variant, or P1, was then labeled as a variant of concern on January 11, 2021. So where is the gamma variant now? Well, the gamma variant has been reported in 74 countries worldwide, according to the United Nations news site. Okay, so what are the key mutations of the gamma variant? Well, the gamma variant is closely related to the beta variant, the B1.351, and the two variants share the same types of mutation. So according to the CDC, in addition to these 3 mutations, the variant carries 8 additional sequence changes in its spike. So meron na naman siyang mga bagong spike protein mutations, no, changes in sequences. So that's very concerning kasi the more na nag-mutate yung spike protein, the more nagiging less effective yung mga vaccines natin. So why is the variant concerning? Several studies suggest that the gamma variant is about 2-fold more transmissible than its parent coronavirus lineage, and that the gamma infections are associated with a significantly higher viral load than other variants. Okay, so hindi lang siya mas madaling matransmit, meron din siyang higher viral load as compared to the original strain of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. So the gamma variant shows less susceptibility to several monoclonal antibody treatments, including the bamlanivimab and the etesevimab. So ito yung mga gamot na ginagamit natin for treating COVID-19. Now, according to a recent study published on May 12 in the journal Cell Host and Microbes, the variant also appears to be relatively resistant to neutralization by convalescent plasma and antibodies drawn from vaccinated people. Okay, and finally, the Delta variant. So what is this variant? Well, the Delta variant, formerly called B16172, was first identified in India last October 2020, and it has been labeled a variant of concern last May 2021. Okay, so where is the Delta variant now? Well, the fast-spreading variant has been detected in more than 100 countries and is rapidly becoming the most dominant strain around the world. So actually, sa Pilipinas, kaya nagsispike yung mga cases natin is because we could attribute it to the Delta variant kasi it is more transmissible compared to the original virus. Okay, so what are the key mutations of the Delta variant? As you can see, guys, the Delta variant has several spike protein mutation. And of all these mutations, two of these, the L452R and the D614G, allows the variant to attach more firmly to the ACE2 receptors. So others, such as the P618R, may allow the Delta variant to evade host immunity. Okay, so why is the variant concerning? Well, the Delta variant is thought to be the most transmissible version of the novel coronavirus update, potentially up to 60% more transmissible than the Alpha variant and perhaps twice as transmissible as the original strain of the coronavirus. So, di ba yung Alpha variant 50% lang, yung Beta variant 50% lang, but the Delta variant is 60% more transmissible. In addition, some evidence suggests that the variant can more easily evade existing vaccines than the earlier variants of the coronavirus. So the question is, do vaccines work against the Delta variant? Well, all the vaccines approved are likely to work against the Delta variant, although exactly how well is still unclear. That's it, guys, the variants of COVID-19 and their characteristics. So always practice the health protocols. Stay at home unless it's necessary to go out. Wear your mask and always wash your hands. Also, live a healthy lifestyle. And if you want to be vaccinated, please be vaccinated because it adds an additional layer of protection against the COVID-19 virus and its variants. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to know about it. Once again, I'm Delsie Vicente, providing you Med Remedy.